Ar ke netabeng ya hao he. How? Why nna ke nako ya hao e ka tsamaya ya ka?
No so connect le mic ya.
Yeah, ne se ke connecting.
Wow.
Image construction error. And then what else? There was another error, AK1. 2 minutes text created or something like that. Yes, again, I already started recording.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but that piece, it's behind the scenes. We call it behind the scenes. Care behind the scenes. Yeah. By the way,
Okay.
so since we are in a brand new environment, I sale environment elo hlokang le makeup a ya ko yona. O tla ka spool se ngotseng so it. I was apela you can't keep up. Nana to kenya makeup at least the end no charge you understand long tall. Yeah, we understand no charge. So but this one, now that you're the host, let's hear from you. You introduce me. Who am I? And you do the talking.
Okay. So guys, we are back. Hello.
No, we're not back. We knew. Pella.
Okay, guys. Let's see the morning, and then go behind the Tony. Ralima viewer Rona. Yeah. This is my story. We're talking heart to heart, guys. Yeah, re bua ka nna my journey hore ke tswa kae le hore ke ho kae hona no.
Yebo, yes. Pella. No, you must. It's okay. You don't choose like Namavia. Now it's Kinavita. Barkimavi. I'm the man behind the camera. So the voice is like for Tshidi, this is the first episode. For me, this is the second time being with her. And this time, this is a show.
Yes.
More. Why is your story so... why does it matter? Your story. Why does it matter so that we can even put cameras and mics? Why does it matter like that much? Or tell us that part. Why do you think it matters? Because for somebody who doesn't know your story, yeah, why should it matter?
Yo, story saka ne. Story saka, it matters because hi guys, ke tswa hole man. Ke tswa hole. Wa bona mo ke tswang teng to where I am.
Yeah.
Like Linda, sometimes I still ask myself like, girl, you made it this far. Yo, ke tswa hole.
Okay.
Ke tswa hole.
Because we don't know your story. In terms of how lingwana o hotse jwang how lingwana o hotse mnate happiness
How
hloko o tswa hole cosmo o no topa di pampiri like what were you doing?
No, my childhood no ke hotse sharp no ke hotse le batswadi ba right batho ba ne ba tshaba modimo no ke hotse le batswadi ba sharp. My childhood was blessed. Hey?
Yeah. And that's your foundation.
Yeah. No, my foundation was beautiful. Saka story.
It has nothing to do
with my childhood. No.
So in other words, regarding your story, can we? I'm not trying to judge because we listen back.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, get it. You can't okay.
What's about king ne? Ebile le youth ya no like what's about e kareng ka dula ke ba jwetsa ke guys kopa let's katatela dintho mamela dula hae o hole o le hae o ye sekolong obale and have everything, then after that you can have kids, Nayaka. Lenyalo.
Okay, so what you think you did a different core ulanyala. And then also kawaits and totally like
Nah,
Unyetse at what age?
I was 19.
19. At 19 I was still in school, mas.
I was pregnant.
Yes.
I was pregnant and
Kana age limit na king kan. Re ka phone, tla tsalla re phone re mthakora mlata.
I was 19,
okay. Fine, you are 19, understandable, it's you're an adult.
Yeah.
But not, you're still a juvenile. We only call it legally, there are things that are legal, but we know in terms of biology, your mind is still growing at that age, So how did it feel at that time? Araskatla Mwole. In a feel like it was the best.
Yo. Like, you know what, ne? That's why I get banana. Motswadi have uskatata. Kobo bama mail. Because now at that time, it like everything felt so good. Okay, we were pregnant.
You were happy.
You are young. And now, okay, I was afraid to tell my parents. And then, guy, you know what?
Make it formal.
Yeah, it's a formal, it's kind of like a taboo. And I was excited. Because I loved that guy. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I born her. Mara, looking at it now, and what has happened?
Since then.
Kere, baske batata.
So, if ngwana o nache akare ho wena nna yo wa hao ngwana o nache a bolela hore ke etsa ntho ela e o entseng o ka mo advise o reng like besides sounding like an old person, like putting yourself in their shoes, or it's easy for us as Batawalo to say ngwana ska etsa tje, and then for a child like you were just telling me not to do this, you are just the person telling me not to do something that I want to do, and because we're not of your own experience. What's that one about? Yeah.
They always badula ba itse
bona ga bona ile ngwana nka ga go kwena ska ja tso kere ke mo ya nteng a lo
ke mo a yang teng ba tlo utlwa ntwa reng ke ska ya go yo.
Yeah. How would you convince, or how would you take it when our how ngwana ona ja ka obolela the same thing that your parents had to take at the time, like being pregnant at 19, sadly some maybe lena se le qomane kwa se ntse lo reka di ring la lietsa se le fiancé ka Sotho keng
fiancé Sotho fiancé
e teng fiancé because fiancé that name doesn't even sound English. It's not even I'm sure it's some French or some Latin word.
Yeah.
What's a fiancé?
And you know what, ne? Now
because na le inyana o mongwe tje ya ka ba sheba fiancé e re adoptileng ka Sotho ke fiancé. Ibitswang because na ga game re ke di ring, and then
that's it.
What
happened?
Okay. Yeah, let's call side thing.
What's happy? So, what's about you know what, I still like till this day I do talk with my kids. I've got daughters, I've got one son. I still talk with my kids to be like, you know what, kubali bale. Yabona mushimani dodo is a problem. Bala, and then how soon I didn't tell how okay mama, okay ki the school and then ki a degree again and so forth. Then because of na okay, my parents were like, okay, Rabona Tshidi umaratone. Lili Buka, they've always said samobala. But then whatever king has are facing reality. It's not easy to be pregnant then also focus on the book. How difficult. Even after, because bona usasa ukata uthola ngwana umnyane, and then ukhuthela the book it's not easy.
Yeah.
it's not easy. More than one to kore wa tseba king o sebetsa overtime because now wa bala ka mo happy you've got a child.
Yeah.
And
It's why what when there was this lockdown at that time, or ufonela some call center. O thola call center thing motho. Ke o bua le ena o fa help ka mo. Sorry, oh please excuse me, I'm very sorry. Ngwana
exactly, it's not easy. It is not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I don't want to lie. It's not easy. And now, Usikila want to like, okay, because when now I dated him very early, and then I was 19 years, but now tracking back, I was 18 when I actually fall pregnant. But then by the time kids
yeah,
18,
the numbers are SAPS are already being how full. The car tla foleleng.
yeah, what?
Mukhanats yahle kam. If you fell pregnant at 18, liqelle na command.
Yo.
Damn. This just a disclaimer. This program is for persons over the age of 18. Please. It's not for kids. Yes, we are talking about kids being guided, but you are talking to people who need to guide the kids. You're not talking to kids, right? Yeah, because kids will never be able to grasp this on their own, because this was a mistake of a child.
Give a clue about Thomas.
I'm sure. At 18, yeah,
yeah,
you know, but
still a child.
Yeah,
and then and then my child was born. It was still nice. We didn't take a housewife.
Yeah. Ujamunati chose.
Yeah, you know. And then I think my child turned 2 when action happened.
The firstborn.
Then
Ala senyana komoso.
no. Azang kasinyana kwatse.
Se ke tshore already ntho di they're sideways.
But then we just alright, man.
Ke normal life.
Give mistake, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It will not happen.
Yeah.
Again. Because I remember when my son was 2 years old. I'm still trying to think what had happened at that time. But
Nele boma uchita fela, like, well, in South Africa fela uchita is not a, you know. I see a
big thing.
Ekabulang muthu. Mare ba nyala bolaya sha.
But the thing is,
ba bolaya tsona e.
With him, when my son was 2 years old, at that time when
your son is second born.
Okay.
So now this was after how long? Bafsiana kajarte guy?
Yo basiana batuba. Okay. And then it happened at that time. Ona rata hore what's a makam sevit. Then when he came back, the lady called.
Which lady now? Msadi wa bitu.
Yeah, nona mamncane. Mamncane calls.
Ofolama.
Mamncane calls.
Him.
And then when mamncane calls, he's like, okay, unka phone, okay, it's just the colleagues. But then this time mamncane calls again. That same day. Mamncane calls again. And I'm like, hi man, you want to just call your colleague? This colleague.
Mm.
Ke colleague, okay. Now one thing about me, I do see things.
We'll have a sense and something.
Kare colleague ke mamncane.
Mm.
And I don't like. I didn't even touch his phone at that time. I didn't even touch his phone, and then I was like, I remember we didn't go to shop. Kare mam.
Ohlapha uyakuteng appointment.
Are ke mamncane ne. Ke motho for colleague a phone ke mamncane. And then just a random name just came to my mind, and then I said, "Oh, mamncane ki." I remember there was this name that I called. And you know, on that very Vascogne, he dropped it.
Why?
Yeah, well, I was like, why would not have a decision? And I'm just thinking on my phone, I think, there's no such thing, And then,
Happy. Okay.
And then mom calls again, colleague. And I pick up the phone, I'm like, hello. Hi. And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, what am I?
So also meets a colleague when?
Next our colleague, oh, what
What if Nancy colleague?
No,
don't you think you were jumping the gun at the time, or I so jumping at conclusions?
You know, reaction Yamoto says a lot. Because his reaction, and he was
Louis said it was common.
Yeah, and he had he's got big eyes, ne? So the eyes just got bigger. It was like, okay.
What jumpy is not shubile.
I got you. It was like, okay.
As a professional.
And then he started acting towards me, I'm arrogant to go like, this is my colleague. Okay. And then I remember that day, like a fight broke.
How arrogant, meaning asal
Born.
Asal folk. That's fine. Na le di-colleague tsa ka mosodi. Colleague tsa ka di kgona ho nthusa.
A fight. Like bona. Ilaba World War II.
Yeah, okay. For what?
Ibile abantu ba tsamayang. Like he had that tendency of like kicking us out. Okay, tsamaya. And it was the first time,
being kicked.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? But then because I hope like bona how to
Adika shuba. The doors are open here.
I guess at that time. So luckily
yeah.
And then I walked to the nearest mall, got draw a chelete. Like really bad to fail. Like
that's what back and
nothing. And then we came back home. And then
we got what full lunch then
Then I told him what I did. He went to okay, excuse me.
Who said excuse?
Excuse the
Yeah.
parents back. No, you're not hassle phones.
Oh, the parents.
Yeah, when I got back home, the parents back excuse me. But made a hair. Well, come round till there again. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I stayed. The following week they came.
Who?
My in-laws now.
Yeah. But
Lena baby daddy. Sweetie, what? But I apologize. I want more like what? It was not my intention. No one. So okay. Lena Kella.
oh, chorish.
Butwak.
I'm so sorry. Linda, maybe you work too much.
Yo, and then
did you not feel like you could have at that time feel and maybe if next time Arabas or maybe if next time Pusha, maybe back or okay, sides are I blame a guy.
You know what, ne? He blame me because of Liana the way Nasabuaka thing. Garina was at fault.
Or Lena contributed.
Yeah, so I want to learn also okay. Alright. No, now West part, ne? The issue with him was like my weight.
Okay, so let's do it.
Yeah, I won. If maybe it was again and give
him.
No, he told me. Like now said okay, but go high, they apologized and then like okay, then we the following day he came to pick us up and then we went back. And then I said, really, two said, Doctor, maybe gain the weight, man, lose weight. I was like, okay. Lena said, keep on, I can't keep post, and take him off for and then hi, okay, let me try to lose weight. So really to bio what you can tell it of slim the bio slim. Yeah, so really go fella now we buy the bio slim and also fun. But that didn't even last long because still.
Yeah, but you see, I believe if that was the only issue, that could have been addressed without having to lead to cheating and fighting and whatnot and going back and then basically because now did I dump my mutwak before Kicho that was it? All.
No choose but then
or was it maybe an excuse that I'm using or
exactly.
In the one or some appetizer.
I mean, what's about highly to couple labua you know?
In general.
Yeah. Mama like your rat, that's a mutwaka and kupa 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
But stuff like that, like unasarati lubua, every time maybe when I would talk, you'd be like, okay, no, you talk too much. Let's not go there.
Wow. Now I wouldn't say too much you talk too much, but I just don't like talking, like, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes I would even say things through text. People sort of, why didn't I say this in person? But what I wouldn't say is, hey, when I want too much, man. When I will topic with Kadil, meaning like with Kadil, like as we're talking right now,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is different in a relationship though, because now each Canada the repercussions. Because I had any consequences of whatever I would say, unless if but hey, what have you done? Why no but the comments, but not in a relationship. Like in a relationship, I might jeopardize this and this and this and this. I care so it's about the lender, I know. Yeah. But I'll charge. I care all mom lender, that's why.
Look, you know what? I never get bua handle. Lena can talk my good. Like, yo, hey, at some point I remember Lena Nisekele loudspeak. Like, bona
no broadcast.
Nekitlo mo rasetsa ke rase. Oh.
Yeah, but this is what I spoke about what earlier on behind the scenes. Let go about what men love. All of us are kakopana ko pareng rana jwala. The people with the loudest women, ke bona ba salang ko pa ba sia pa. Right to umulomo ya control right at that point. Gona ba go tsebang eh nna phela I've got a friend happy control. I can't abandon that friend of mine e nkemetseng emphehelang enketsang enhlokomeletse, you know. Lona ba slendi enemy tse le gastang kwa. Salang mo why wanna to esre hola khona one. That is why make you want to la behind the scene. When it comes to marriage, definitely you choose not the loudest. I won't get loudspeaker we can get through. Because that's where you need to find your peace. I'll win it.
What's about happen? It all goes back to our happy. Obana habari marriage. I mean counseling before marriage.
Before.
It's very important because what are you walking into? As much as kids say about okay, Mutwaka is a loving person, but only saying born like you get to learn every day.
Yeah.
But you're not prepared for that. I get it. Yeah. I get how you're school what's about if global love mistress. But prepare. So now linyalo if utlokena fella or okay. Oh, you can brought them.
You can get emotions, if I get feelings.
No.
Life ke di-feelings mapola magagale sa le bana at 19
Life has a Tamia
kenaka
le Maria Carey.
Maria Carey re bile re ngola fatshe.
Who do you tell? No.
Who do you
It's
tell
not
when
about
you
that.
love?
It's
Re
not
ngola
about
fatshe
that.
so ka ba le di Shazam.
No, it's not about that. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not, you know.
So reality kicks in at that time.
Reality kicked in, and then you know.
So abo khutlela after.
Ka khutlela after he was loving, you know, and okay. But then how so feel that ya re bona. Ke nna ke mang? Sure, who am I? Like a skete, and then I feel like and born. Things change.
Okay, a se batho ba le ba reng ba re kana ka Sotho a reng ja o phumule mafura na
No.
o kena mafura na if you sick
It was like that.
ke jile nna ke a roba timang ke a roba
It was like that. Like no one to born or okay now signal
right.
And then because
even before I phone am to so tseba gore o teng o mo it was obvious now.
No one to say what okay manje siyakhala, you know. Sisazokhala. And then it ain't important because now it rates are like especially happen also yela towards December. And then so it's about okay, we're gonna be kicked out again because no. Yeah. Even though bana ba ha se ba rata.
Ebile ke batla go tsaka taba ya go kick her out. If Linyetse and then okay, it's his house though. But the energy I'll kick her out. Aside Mailora, no kitism. Like most men, they banyamela. Ukabara mutu, sala hola nyametse,
exactly.
The energy to kick you out. No. It was because of inel nyatsolaeng. Laure gatse le kamere hen. Why asavele au shashar? Ha etsa maulo chaka man baby. A sa lo chaka nyana. Or no little engineer.
No.
You are not.
I was not. And the thing is, I never didn't I think we never didn't but even though I exhibited because at that time I was not working. Even though we started life together, but this person
no go palna snantlo snan
asna next adula ko habona ko room. And then I reka plek really okay, we're getting a place now because now we've got kids. We are together. Okay, fine. So yena as lifey ubana le ke bona maybe hanzo to the
ke ngathi be hotel mo bookiwa teng o gotle so le right.
No, ke bona ga ne ba shapa dipilo top.
Gentlemen, you must know a hotel. Re tla bua in the next men's conference. Re tla check sana ka di number. Banna le kenela tibela batho.
No, it
if u batla wena Southern as a man, I don't think we are mthaka re nyana a tsebe 350 per night taking ka 2025.
No. You're not for it, you didn't know it.
It's not to really encourage but o ka se tebele batho every time you want when to be you the mekgwa ya hao, because some of us are real, we can't all paint but ka brush one. But if people are gonna be like that, then it's not necessary to tebela o tsa o thape nana again so to go second round tshwantse go phone la o malome ba ka re heno hape. How does it look? Lela ba le ba khutla sabi 2
ba khutla sabi 2 sabi 3 sabi 4 sabi 5 because
so ba re ngatse ba khutla ngatana
you know nna go yesone se ba khathetse to be honest ne se ba khathetse to pela okay tse di re no
that's it kena sa little.
And now looking at it now ne le the life ela ne ke phela before ne.
I hope this guy sees this episode.
Yeah.
I hope he sees this video.
Because
I want him to also reflect. Maybe the next time really guy I thought just a high side. I'm
going to make, like, you won't believe this, ne? fast forward hanyani fela, and then I'm gonna go back. So 2021 when he kicked us out, we left with the kids, ne? And then now it's 2025. This guy, the chance he gets, he will call me and sway me. He will call and sway.
Areng, hello, Masipa Unchatu.
Do you even get a hello? No, Bona, he will still, like, if, like, I was married to a narcissist.
Yeah.
Looking at it back, because I remember there was a fight that we had. I even had to call his father from KZN to come. The fight was about like Ratan to the smart. Like I'm one person, Moki to thing. I want the place to be beautiful. So, okay, we stay in a small RTP. Let me just
convert it.
Yeah. Then Katola Motu, the microwave, I don't, was it on the counter or what? But then Kabatla microwave or even on top. And I think that person charged me like 200 rand, which is unahola every week. I took from that money, and like how na more ilanyagas is that much.
I have seen a budget,
but ila caused a huge fight. To an extent, I had to call his father to say, "Your son is fighting." I regret that didn't.
But as a man, a man can build a house, but he cannot build a home. That is a internationally known thing. Or everything. The teaspoon the bear. Mara, you won't know. Half it come to a thing. I born a man. How do you be a hand? Gabona to another thing. Good. After I rearrange it, now there's the yin and the yang, the left and right. Now there are two sana kaubonsan. And then utola nini unalitongolo rungwe now I reka or no sign then you start to learn. Pelana ki ulalina. Nane grobala sleeper coaching for years. The first thing, and I had a job that paid well.
Mara.
I had a sleeper couch, a big TV, and a PlayStation.
There was a
studio co-sighting. Nothing, not even teaspoon.
It was not stress.
Not you okay pera life. Kisha life. How much I kill a roba la kind? Kiri now, Hey, no see a good plan since now that's when you start to grow from that. Being, with the boys, Moba Hona Oshana around Majitaga the creative, Paploma Wemnative to developing to buying this and this and this and this. What's about house and home we are no Wabo, also Mr. Price home way too done.
Yeah.
What Twitch it? Wabo? Yeah. You must accept it. Don't fight.
No, he fought about it. Now I was so bad. Even this day I'm still bad, I know. Like Nkasa grocery, okay, sorry budget at 2,000. But go at 2,000. I'm not gonna come back to this show fail. Okay, I see this.
Yeah.
I see this carpet. You know. I remember at some point, he was so frustrated. Even it was my first time going to Alberton. Usually I just shop because this wholesale that was nearby there. But then I went to Alberton. And when I got there, come on, somebody house and home.
Yeah. It was a thing. It's out the
Bon, I got so crazy. And then I was like, I remember. Correctly the carpet. I know this carpet is nice. Good camera and so forth. Check it, shelter it's a little thing yet. And then I went to Pick and Pay.
Change.
Karakari no name go fail.
Yeah.
Yo, I wonder the way I'm really furious thing. And that's not like, if
but have you realized now, sorry just to cut you off. Have you realized no name mother I was on a no name, Did you rack off?
Also to rack off.
Maybe back then, no name in a lane, triggering why or at least someone. What in no name? No, what's one? No, what's one? So, meaning back then, Leona and Papa Ratadi, go Ratadi Prince. But I'm not saying right now it's okay to buy into the they are of low grade, but the no name, they are so expensive so now. Like for instance, cooking oil. I was looking at cooking oil. Cooking oil, yahlanya no.
It's very expensive.
Whether oreka no name oreka
mafura a tura.
Ba sa teng ba reka sunflower, I ka bona sunflower go tshogole ja monate. Le reka sunflower. Le ja monate.
No, mara dintho di a tura. So with him it was there to ulwanela ntonyana tseo tse nyane tseo.
Yeah.
And then kamora nako you'll be okay, but then obona ela we had to call his father all the way from KZN. Atla. To tlola mlanto.
For 200.
For ke batlile motho a tlo phamisa microwave na o behele boteng, you know.
Ntatwa reng ntatwa mzimto.
Ntatwa
KZN.
Obona ntatwa ha o butse okay, msadi if sa itse so batla itse eng. What must she do?
Hello, KZN, they don't like. I mean, you must call them for serious issues.
They came for such stuff.
But that's on my high. Nana se klo bitsa o tswa kwa.
Because at that time, I said, penal bitiwa for 2 euro. Ya shapu.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask. How in Luana, like, do you mean when Luana feel like, Luana like physical?
You say well physical.
It can live physical.
Oh, physically, it can delay. From the our son was 2 years old. And then how to like just get so frustrated because Lena get and then let me just kick him. And then that's where I would leave.
Wash chap I 1, I 2, I 3, then or what
happened? Like it didn't stop.
Like if I've never been in a relationship with Shapana, so I want to know who Shaparampama A1, then you keep quiet, or you hit back, or he hits you, wire, and then until you down or knocked out. Or what's Allah? How does it start this thing?
You know,
because if I hit someone, it means I can. I've never hit. I wouldn't hit somebody then ke roba ke kwale mahlo pela hai yeah I can pull out mosmtho I can matmtho. How am I going to sleep limtho qeta o mshapona ja ka lobidisa metsi
ene roba la shit
le khutla pele be mnate pele ka mo le ka dikubo
ka mora matsatsi then like okay it's a mistake.
Yeah, but what plan life editoro go like or punching do then
never do totally better than shifted furniture than shifted how sar or tshara kai bona it never like that and then I was like okay it made a mistake but it never stopped because even to our kiki so pomotsu na kweo I so happy so
I'm sure can also train you learn or I'm talking about pain level so it's
and you know what's the sad part about that ne how so it clients
yeah also
you even want lo ena hapo kan so imali
goreng
o tlo hantle go bona
like what
mpama it's not enough I want some more
but okay ke a batla leader to ke a o tsaitseng
like when you guys start arguing o lwena hapo or man
nka argument a wenke serious
ha so fitlhele mo la khona tlanka serious
ha so fitli ko high court
high court we batla ona mo you know what then khona tlo kwa lo ga ene le
ya no ne le ntwa ye ngwe serious issue e le ba ntwa yes sis
khona o tla ngore
yeah
like
most people ask me how come you have never been in a relationship as well? Ne? What I've heard or what I've seen, or once you start, there's no stopping. I smacked a girl once. The following day, come last. In fact, not even the following day. Same time, I said, kill a wheel. Which now I broke a boundary that I know after that
you don't wanna
never sa khutlela morao yana tso se tlo ba philo bo re philambo ke batle life e.
That's why you khutlela morao to counseling because lena after everything lena ke le ka realize okay, then when I fully moved back at 2021 and then got 2022 because
fully moved back from
home now. Okay, so this is what happened. This continued, the abuse continued until no signal bana.
So we were on second born until can listen aware for now the relationship I don't know why. Li go to facing lata yeah that's a lady back and forth it's not to work at all.
Yeah bana di that back and forth yeah hae ke khutla bona ke pregnant half ila or wa se etsa seo sa wa se etsa ke khutlela morao ra khutla bona
lebile in this relationship how long now?
It was for a long time. I was with him for like 19 years.
For 19 years? Into that back and forth?
Bona, up and down.
So, you guys should have been celebrating 25th or 20th anniversary.
Yo, I was with him for a very long time.
You also celebrated 80th anniversary?
No!
I was also celebrating 30th anniversary.
Yeah, because get to some from...
Don't you think it's because of that? I
think so too.
Part of it is
part of it.
Yeah.
Linto happy kitchen marriage is important before counseling.
Yeah.
I mean
counseling before marriage.
Before marriage. Ibuhlokwa.
Kuparenke break anyana.
Thank you.
Okay. We're back from the break. We're talking about the importance of counseling.
Yes.
Before, I thought counseling, I don't have experience in these things, ne? So I thought counseling, most of the time, if no company like a counseling, I would have believed for counseling it's important during, if we have a problem, then it means we need counseling. But now you mentioned counseling is something that you need to get before. Why would you need counseling before?
I mean, you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
So, such stuff you need to be prepared mentally and physically, because being with somebody is not just I love you, that's okay. There's a lot.
Ubegezela. I think that's what the elders use. Begezela mtana. It doesn't work. That's the African counseling I know, Berek.
No. The begezelling. No amount of begezelling will change a man. If much asabatu will change her. Begezelling and then which one returns to begezelo by punching back.
Okay.
And then we'll fade you the going.
So another thing which is very important. In the abuse, why when I usafisha case maponesa and everything?
Look, we've done that.
Will.
The police station.
Yeah. Oh, babe. I put like
the bribery too happy.
Luna again.
Rona happily too.
No wonder I was after the case, mother.
What's yeah.
Because when I'm talking about case, exactly. That's why they don't close these cases anymore. I don't think they close these cases anymore.
I remember there was a time we even went to Pambridge Court. Like, we stood there.
Where?
Palm Ridge Court.
Palm Ridge Court, Magistrates Court. Famous.
Yes. We went there.
Mm.
But you know, after that, then Rarai, sorry, to a team, and I read team, people. What's about like a rat and that's a true? Come on, like a rat at the top of the bug. We're not like going. Yeah.
And now all rat of it. And
yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
And like, I genuinely loved him.
And he genuinely loved you.
He did. I think.
Yeah. No, it means he did. Because why would he want to continue again?
You know what, ne? Nah, when I look at it,
because if Neklenka is an excuse to get out, if next
looking at it on my side, ne, I didn't even know there was this thing yeah, body narcissist, ne.
Yeah.
Until hase ki share into thing like what has revived me into the person that I am today, ne. Also, sometimes looking at other people's stories. For this, I'll be like, okay,
yes,
I keep going through this.
Yes, exactly.
I'm just trying to remember. I forgot the lady's name that Neki shared into Psycho TikTok. And at that time, Moneseki Kowish, I think at 2021. Sometimes you feel like on TikTok, how can I go in? It's like everyone, Motoa Kowish.
Oh yeah. Algorithm ya teng yun tsa se o se ratang o se o hlokang o se bona. Yeah. Apparently TikTok algorithm is very strong. Once you click something, it will stick to that, you know.
I remember keep going big time.
And then you start to see rename man.
2021.
I think
I went 2021. 2021 was the year more. It's either like got 2021. Now my family was going to bury me and my kids. Oh yeah, because they were not so like a thing. I was like, this guy, I've done so much for him. But at the end of the day, still you are nothing. And then, because Hana Shagodi feelings, he's a very quiet guy. Hey, I'm another problem, you know. And the one thing about him, he can cry.
Yeah?
Like
no,
like it's able like because I remember there was a meeting that I called. When I called that meeting, like he actually cried.
Or wow, it's a meeting.
In a way, it's like why it's a meeting. And a lot of times before that, who was true and real was that were high. But in that process he passed away.
Oh, okay, the old man did pass away.
Yeah. The old man on go kill
yeah, through what kind of was that COVID?
No, like COVID.
Before.
So the old man passed away.
So Alsana judge magistrate on now
Weirdly. One person who would be like a born a more or a better 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you know. So now got family members saying
does he have a mother?
Stepmother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's got a stepmother. So with her it's a different thing because he still calls the shots going. Yeah, like
yeah. Because you cannot ever lie to your mother. Your own mother?
No.
Never.
That wonder if I could tell you this now, ne? 2025, ne?
Yeah.
The last time I spoke to my mother-in-law was nearly 2022. When I told her that this guy, since our debates, is not supporting the kids. She called me to say that Ari, I never support the bana because of wena how badly that was it, you know. And then I'm like asking her or like how must I come back RTBT? Ari akase support or akase support bana wena utsamele bana go here. I was like,
so bana batsamaile ba ile maabolona. So asal bana ba hae.
No. So this is what had happened.
You mentioned gore o la re bana ba as ba hae.
No, yeah, he did say gore bana ba as ba hae.
Yeah, why do you think he said that?
So apparently last born ya rona
Mm.
ke na le lekala la ngwana. No, actually all my kids ne.
But all your kids look
They,
almost like you. But light in complexion.
and they're even worse, eh?
Mm.
They're even worse. Apparently now he's even forgotten that since I joined Tshidi, Tshidi na so ka kenya creme relax. And now I've got mromo. But I don't put the product.
So or ngwana o ke khalat. Or ke ngwana ke le Pakistan.
I don't want to go on
my friend. O mentse shopo.
I don't want no. It's not my child. You know.
I'm sorry, but oh, mentse o lo ka borot. No, but that was very unreasonable too, because no thing umsheba Lena. What about her?
No,
if unyetl colored, then unana bana ba ba engi.
Kya bona he maybe
Sudanese.
Kya bona maybe complexion ya ka ne. Even with the hair, okay, nka se explain like but we probably not was or maybe haki have a bonam raka kelele I put chemicals. I don't put chemicals. Now my hair is like that naturally. The minute get slap na I wash my hair and I spray. And he's known me like that for years.
Yeah.
So now last bonaka is like that, like umuswe hona. And then wanaka always hiking the chemically. So
but knowing your kids, me personally, I see enough fella all in Muslim. So why I throw attention in a living at or was that something else?
I don't know, because now I even checked since Rikuti, like we all cut off our hair because of the funeral recently. But I'm like, it's like kill him, like live I'm like, guys,
that's one.
I can't live with my friends.
Hey.
And even my brother's kids are like that.
Hey.
So now it happened to the has high. But not like I know we take it from my mother's side.
Yeah.
How more like history about you know.
Mixed race.
Yeah.
That's what happens. I'm sure because of somehow, because if you remember I told you the story of how we related.
Yes.
I realized I didn't know more co-spanning more next thing. Nekiraki kuta, because most of the time I like she's cop. So I fly. So Baba John Mongrel. What John Mongrel is this guy walk Cape Town?
Yeah.
It looks like a typical darkine, but I'm really flyer. Even like is an aborigine. You know what Baba Karakibako Australia. So so you, as people, you must know you cannot expect a country that has over maybe 10 million or 10 million Kaufela will be 100% ancestral African, like 100%.
No.
More as go the country and let's go dimu go Africa. Maybe those people there, but that's banal that 100%. But now you must accept her. And again through migration, but that's one. Umo otswa kai omo otswa kai omo ne ke motsa ke re ne ba lwana mo kere aibo le lwana le ring le mapushman luna aibo. So are you gonna ignore the part ele ya ko Southeast Asia kwa batse ba bua ka? You must accept everything that comes with what you are. Don't ignore that part. If mwana wa ka hlana le nko e ka reng ke le juta
maybe that great.
Because apparently they're Jews here.
And Eliana, you know what's the funny part? Mewa high, ne? Nana leave this nickname. More high Amutsoti. Never beats up Mama Khua. Because apparently her mother also looked like she's white.
Yeah.
But then nna ha se ke tlisa bana ba ka reng
So meaning mme wa hae ne le mixed race le yena.
le ena mo wa hae ne le mixed race. Why would they call her that? Because you know, I remember with my other daughter, ka funeral ya ya ntate wa hae ne. People kept looking at my daughter like, whose child is this? Whose child? And then I have a children one number, but yo.
Ke mme wa ke sekolo sa magwase.
Yeah, but yo, o tshwana le yena exactly. Like exactly. I'm like, okay, my daughter is like, okay.
I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now it got to a point where when 2021 after I left, after like he did something so drastic, I remember 2021 was not a good year at all. Like anyone that's saying needily worse.
2021 go na re thabela go jwala ke go Ramaphosa wa release ya
no.
Wa bula stage 1, stage 2.
And the worst part, I had just given birth.
Nearly stage of level.
Yo, nearly level.
Level mangba.
Wena. Na ke Motsoeneng that time.
Okay.
Go ke thotse ngwana ka April, and then boom, down the line motho o ntsa nhlanyetsa mono. And then it happened hore I say what month was it? But then that month mo kore bona ne se how phela ibile ne sa robala ka kamreng eo.
Le se o mo le mo sa ithobala.
Bona.
Asane se le fok.
Se le fok.
Le wile. O re tsala fela.
Ila vele about that world war again.
Yeah.
And then I remember phela na dikolo tse
So alo polane ya no ale world war.
No so sna mahopulana that time. Mola ne le fok. Mola ne le fok.
Yo. Ba ga tla dula ka ntlunyewa.
Rakena and ke bona le this thing ya go le nna ke haka mona. Mo ke aile mo because I remember na ntate bana ba kana sna taba le lo ntlo e jwang eng. It has always been me. Biena ne le motho
na sa rate kona o ya ka ena nka betse le dutse re diphinyele ya masenkele le fuwe ke mane
yena ene le motho wa re bona ndwango le koloi se ke kana hello ha
jwale o shapa stwalo o tloisa batho di re diphinyele
man nasna stress
o tsamaya ka koloi nngwe phameng mole ba tshwa re a di sa ba psemo
no na le di
video ba ya kena khashkhasheng
no na le di VW tse 2 di paka mo bro
wena o mo tsamaya ka eng o mo tsamaya ka eng
ha mona tjwa and then nna hantse ke etsa ka tlong ka mona ya o gata dintho nna ne yo
so o tshware chelete e tsantsi be le saving le support a lifestyle.
So it happened when Hana Quincy, I got a job at the shop first. I can't say it's shop.
Yeah.
Hana says I go shop here, no. Okay, it's fine. Who's your shop? You know, I'm busy, get koloi and what so forth. But then Kim said, you no chance to extended. That now we get extended. I know like rock good. But then because the second try it's not tamale. The second I didn't care.
So extend a shelter how?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I extend and then yeah, or that into obone mang ayetsa lena so yetsa yo bona you know
what discourage I'm told.
Yeah, there was a time.
So was there no point before all these things were one hour but I'm in a relationship whereby I'm being discouraged because that's a very if you got water license, driver's license, we could discourage. That means I keep towards the next.
That's why I get into something that after. Like, has a go high. I'm like, but this guy always wanted to do this. Yeah. Like, that's why I can't bona. Like, I said, I TikToker. Man, I was married to a narcissist. I was married to a narcissist. Because, how now?
How tabi hore phela ba makhaba botse hore ke mana extend ba leboela ka ofela ga no le ntse even in alone.
You know, I remember there was a time more who tried to a family gathering. Who family are high. I'm like, no, I need to change stuff around. More okay, let's say extended. And then God, something change the furniture as well. Yo, girl, I are all out. And our family high if it and say, "Hi, what's it? What's it? Yo."
Baba ya sebenza lo baba lo.
Azanka hey ya inka what's it yena. o sebetsa le ena mola sa ikutlwa go yona.
How motivation from there? No, I need to all are set le bang ke mmontsho go no mamela kana quotation re la patala eng a re bona eng kana re ka etsang hape eng a ke motivation from there
No.
wa tswela pele
Tswela pele jalo like okay.
e batho ba
And then after that, bam. And then you know.
so motho like or no like stick it to the thing or maro bone ba ngoma no ria next
Ha nke jwalo o tla thola okay ba buile that's it. And then mola ha o so nahana ntho because now I was raised ke batho ba bang na my parents never rata to the smart.
yeah.
And then ntate wa ka o na le worse. Ntate wa ka na sa mind yena a ka ba like ntate wa ka ha mind bona ka para di overall slim kaofela.
Yeah.
But mo Atlantic. Mosadi wa hae le bana ba hae.
Ke tsona ntho tse representants.
You know, I remember this other guy one time hata go heso se le papa. Like he we never shocked her. Like in 20 is this your place? Papa.
O tla tsaya kwa di cottaging kwa.
Yeah, because my father the way he would dress, you'd actually say this guy has nothing because onatla aparela the overall or apare burukgo la botabogile like mama ne ebe yena a botšhisang.
Ore is ka fela pa
Ore ha ibo bathong ho neng ke kgathetse ko wena mama tsa.
Yeah.
But my father's place.
Yeah.
And when he never settled for less more here. Le furniture high.
Or more ke dulang teng tshwantse be right be comfortable for the family.
Le rona.
But that's where you should see hore wa bona maro re ka se that's why it goes back to take each other. You can't paint everyone because we always conclude there's a man who's called my father who also was able to see what inspired you. But now we're now they're not inspired to even though I wanna direction.
No. I don't know, at times you would see like okay. But then hasn't you like
yeah. Like now wanna maybe emoja budget.
No, what's about happy ki bona king? Ke batho like when I'm saying what la ma ube
too much.
Yeah. Now I think I was too much for him. Now I was too much for him.
Who must do all those things?
I was too much for him. I was too much.
Okay, we got a call. Okay, drop it.
I don't even want to explain this.
I'm not gonna cut it.
Ke arabe. Eh? Why we go speaking? I know. Ke kololiwani. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Kolo stakile. O go stakile. Okay. But to okay. Ishapo ebile ne. Ai le ke nahana eo. Ane re ke utlwa gore ke tla bua le ntho go tlo go petogola ya ka kang he. Alright. Sharp. Alright. Okay. E re ke nagane then ke bone gore ke kopantsha eng he. Re ke bone gore ke kopantsha eng. Okay, sharp. Ke tsega ke sharp. Sharp. Wa bata. Mavi. Gore ke be ke save so ke batla go tshisa. Gore ke be ke di save so. Ke o tshisa ha ke ke sheba phone ya hae. Lena o ngotse babe.
Ke mang? Ke a le kae?
Bona.
Ba sa be le tswa le na.
Ha ke re
kae chance?
ne ke le mo la ke.
Ma.
Friday e.
E o bang kae?
Friday e.
Yeah.
Hape o tsong le mo ba.
Yeah.
So ka.
Ke no bang sunto. I thought ke mzo. I can do
Yeah, ke mkhosa actually.
Oh.
Was so because ke was so. So I changed it there and there.
Ah, shem. Okay, chance once la wana mhlango tseng ho betere than o tla tsama. But which is very rare nowadays.
Ma pause.
No, I can pause. I'm gonna cut it out, but I can pause. I find it easier to cut her from trailing thing than get the cuts more. Yeah. I was at cuts from a recording even easier. Always at cuts.
So you know what happened on Friday?
Oh, nago noli.
Like Nawakili, the present that I got at work arranges. Can I arrange it? I can fit like can I 6:30 ne? I can fit a security. I saw these balloons. Apparently the balloons is it fit last night. Bypassed. I went to the office. Then after like 10 minutes it's not the lady balloon. And then the guys, because once I'm gay papeda, I'm crazy and blah blah blah. The guy started singing. I thought it was from the technicians from Tshidi.
Oh yeah.
Can't brother.
Only a day before.
Day before. So you're not had some more.
So Butata ba lena again. How na one?
I can have tired but then live to your okay, taxi drive and whatsoever. I don't wanna lie.
You can't use someone's title against.
I wanna the conversation that I had with my mother and my sister.
Oh, you are the one who initiated that thing. You were judgmental when
I was judgmental. And then like what's a mwaka hang agaba? He's a family person.
Yeah, bona ba le batellang.
Next, but you can see next.
Yeah, actually, I think I saw something like that at some point. Man. Why would you be as a person? Juan playing with Ako Elos. Kimatigitwan. Or Matigitwan is like those. One more like one thing. There was a couple there. Don't even assume because when I push the troll, it's a one. There was a couple link I wanted to kill, but these people, these are impoverished people. God, Basho Payling, Campella. Well, when I'm talking paying, Ampella like Kimu to so normal, but what's a farm too? And when I look at the ketso tsa bona like why the efforts sometimes I want to always the efforts for you know, but once you do it for Hosonale Msadi Bana involved there because they had kids and you could see them pull about I even myself I'm sure KCL bottle one leg can make whatever they're doing in a week. But I don't have anyone to share that bottle with. Problems. Those people, they take that thing by stretch and it would feed their whole family. So it's to fellow
Yeah. But I don't want
because I remember when she got a job, box. Oh, like hey, I need to talk to you. Can't say.
No.
No.
Yeah.
But don't say I got 20 man. Because I know I don't have any recent
Yeah.
shenanigans. Oh, what you don't allow a pack, it was a Spanico box. Oh, congrats. So, because initially she told me already, Baba downgraded the hours, meaning Bakata salary. So I was like, okay, that's bad. So now if they cut your salary and hours and everything, mean the job sponsor company I fail. Now you are telling me about a company like some tapings. I listen to my radio 2000 SAFM and all of those informative radio stations. Get how? So you were worried about a company that I heard or just bought shares go JSE. They plan to spend some billions this year. You worried about working for that company? That's a bad move for you. It's a continually or grabbing the name or company man. It's like saying to yourself, no better pep. Because no, it's about pep with it. Pep will give pep say excited cell phone, excited everything. When I was that pep will excited the ghost that one. If I deal into you.
You know, that's why I trigger Kiboni Mola or like ki jaja moto.
When jaja moto based on how they treat you.
You know Friday, Wednesday.
In fact, now I believe on in getting better than you give because expecting people about nowadays
so
it's very rare.
What's a Friday, Wednesday? Like Thursday, or regular the present. Like Matsapa or we say, come waka. Like okay, that was like wow. And then after that, even though I'm just about my 8 or like with the ratty the balloons and what, it was like okay, it was you. God, okay, thank you. And then after work, has that one pick up ahead.
Yeah, but you cannot stop believing in life continuation because of your past. Now you're letting your past interfere into your future.
To happen to back to at times I really don't know what I want.
Yeah, because you've been hurt. It's understandable.
Yeah. And then Mutu Oka Friday, skadi box the robber. Or okay, we are here. Or before that, go taxi. Or hike sekilo check abana and what so forth. What's already fruit take get abana.
Yeah.
And get the fruit we take it abana and what so forth and so forth.
Yeah, you must believe in when you say you forgive. If we truly talking about Oyapele, if what we are talking about right here in this show is about healing, that is the post stage. Yes, it's easy to tell people to heal. What happens after they healed? Don't forget. You can forgive, but you don't forget. Right now, you can forgive the person who did hurt you. But what happens after as a khuta phone or hey man hey bon. Tshwantse a khutla a bone bophelo bo tswela pele. Ha ka o thola you still stuck. Now le na wa bona a o ntja e netse ya ka e.
Wa bona ntho e buang wa tseba Thabo se kla re kon Dlamini. Like na wa bona ntho ha ke re like ke rata ho sebetsa ho luka weekend. Sometimes like ha ke cancel the podcasts tsa.
Yeah.
Like ke tebe really like into hore ke etsa di washing le Dlamini la tshwa right Tshidi are cold. Because every time I like I'm busy. Kai asheni in le bana. Like na ne ke sa mind le be ke mo tse ke tlisa bana o tsamaya.
Yeah.
I cold. Then ha tla ena late ke kgathetse.
Yeah.
Because it's all getting busy the whole day. That's why I can't do about Shaba can blame.
But again, you must remember, I told my nephew the other day, Gary, you know, if you want to have a joyful relationship as a young man, ain't that a Kenya condom? I want to enjoy. What I enjoy we so phone like unnecessarily. Kere mfe to runa me that thing around outing phone even no. Mabota salma telelene. Back in the days, Mautiaka Agbatwa Vita ye in a little lankadi box. Never go talk about trade the festering. Hasta la vista. I'm kai two yana. Kifana condom.
And I wish it's better than
so that hola. And then Balar Tavaita later. Yeah. None of maybe Batwaki Watsibanka like the guys that I grew up close with. Almost all of us never had kids at 20, at 21, like the girls that we know, that we grew up with, 21, 22, 23. We only had kids after 24 or trying to have kids after 25. Wow. Yeah, 26. Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Wow. So, because you have to be worried about your wrong matter intentionally. Almost pain. Wow. Then obviously what I'm saying, mtho lo reng le wena wa mrata mtho wa ha o mfethu tshantse no mrate and o tlo mo spoiler le na antsa re ke craving babe o no mo botse the way ka sebe yana nka go sa le press out ena yana antsa kopa ntho tsa di kopa so yo modimo
yo o night
yo jwale o batla majwa thabeng ke wa nka kae o pola majwa
Mavi.
Majwa thabeng no a sa jwa majwa thabeng no ba galla di prawns o tla matha o matholo batla eng kwa kana ko ba kwetse o lo kopa kokote mo
re asa nna go hey emapile
but ke life is jwalo ne.
Like now, to be honest, like I say, I don't actually know. Like
we are actually blessed to be here in this day and age, and then talking about these things because of as much as Rikabua fell. I mean, the whole guys. We went. Lena gets on this one thing. Came back here. Lena more gets one thing. Hey, voila, kawanyi wa. That's the pangai whatever. Well, literally. Yeah. Bad. But now, here you are, and it's fine to actually like now and think or you had problems and then you found out or learn like through TikTok, like you said, or these are actually minor issues. Quite a lot ba go wish you know, and then you start to think of so ba give up on everything. Lahlela life mazo you don't think pelayano. Imagine if now yet you have 5 kids and now you are goish and you have to give up and commit suicide. How many souls are you going to leave to suffer? 5. maybe 2 can make it through your passing because of when I value at least because you are there through the primary. Then the 3 batlaring. The 3 won't know that motherly love. That time was hi. But what you want to say, who didn't want to cool it? I was a honor for attention, you know. You know, Perkalo, when I Pelancos Natu, when I say I just saw Cocola, 2 hours that time. I'm not all like, there's love, yes, but not that attention of, hey, stop, I silent to you, you know. So imagine you grow up like that, whereby no one tells you, hey, when what kind of masters are we creating in South Africa? Next.
That's why I want a time like a own because Papa already a father figure to my kids, yo. Like Hana I decided Loba absent. We did not feel it at all. Yo, now the timer. And like Opa is trying like to fit in those shoes. Because says a snyani se lona li khalatile. Opa ke dedi wa
le ba sa le batleng le la modimo mtaka a bone ngwana o tshwana Opa o ka mere e fihla
o bone Opa mo ga e jang vele wena o shebile Opa hantle vele like ne gata o tsho Opa like why me ga o qala mo yo like so ngwana Opa o sheba are like daddy why does Letabo's hair is like you because both your hairs meet with your eyebrows and what yes. And why daddy I don't know. And what's about what happened
so meaning motho o faitseng hore I realize who you really are is the dad himself because you cannot blame why manaka a otiletse a tsanga ko family ya batho ba di lender ngwana why a le motsoche a tsaka ko family ya batho ba bantsho
and now Opa unki bana ba ka be ba nkileng Opa ne le Neo the first born o ka re umsheba o sa tata o ka re ke ngwana Opa sine o ka re ke ngwana Thabo o sa o itse o tatile ke ngwana Opa ke ngwana Thabo le o mnyane o ha o ka re hi Opa
ke ngwana hao
o ke ngwana hao
yeah or a tsamaile na fela le one fela a sa buinix batho ba sa mtsebeng ba tla re how o sa ngwana mo ka nthi
ke re ngwana lo ka next door last time o bina Opa a re ne wa rasa ho bina Opa a re ne wa rasa Opa a re ne wa rasa
wana ke voice
yeah Neo le Opa
that's one yeah it happens a lot
like what the hell
I had an ex who thought my nephew is my son and I don't want to admit it. Talk to you. Or ke ngwana ngwaneso wana total ngwana wa ngata mo tlo ncheka and with a show that time ke feta ukla like ke sa dule because me and him used to stay in the eastern ke tloa more south ka di Sundays ka bo late so kana kotse ke a khophoga le ena maybe after bo di Sundays or maybe ka di holidays ke feta le armar was a joke ngwana wa ha o getseng
Zora se
ase nana pega home tata home my home next
when I saw pega kwa sana
I'm not even go di buella motho ka maybe yes I was like you know this is serious it is serious because of re sheba nyane gona is batho ga man it's like a joke but for whatever as re bua so it's kind of something a lot of rebu people can go around but with a DNA test without even observing even the simplest thing. DNA test they are dura also share next.
Mara nna ntate bana ba ka.
Well, I cannot say people shouldn't do DNA tests. How long when I killing come on canana or Lavakaran or Quanfoot? Oh, Quanfoot. That I would no recently. No. So I took that as a lesson to me, or okay, I shouldn't just take things you know.
And then my V one thing.
Face value.
Bona nna like to mine o ke gotleng to me ke mthotse mo la lenyalong ke ngwana the guy wa o swa the guy ke mo hodisitse but batho ba mbona o tshwana le nna
ba re kwa ha
re kwa ka
oh
like no ibile ska anon o wes and na kwela hape asa chona kwa hatla ne o dutse le nna for like a year, not even a year actually, to be honest. Like na kwela ha ke mthola kwa na sa tsana re jola ke re mjita and then ka thola batlo ba msila le one mjita na gata o dlala bolo a buto ha iso go setwa go tlale na so ha ke msile mo tsibu ba no a ke re nna ke sa tsana ke sore ke stage ke around ke kai ba ga ma Motsoeneng maka ngwana kwa hao
yeah
a ke sa tsama nna go ngata le mama
yes
o maka ke ngwana hao ona o ntso mo patile o ntso ke ngwana hao ayo ntweo and I mean, do you get the way mama nesa a mo trainile ka teng go ska ja metseng leng nesa a le jwalo
yeah
like I wanna also le bonolo ne thabela go twa khutla overnight in bonola never do thabo
sele wa mo
never thank you ke ngwana gogo
yeah
ke ngwana gogo ne o ne ke za momo
go la tshwalla ba le ke tsa ba bona go kae
o tlo tla wa ke se ba bona I mean na people still now they don't believe or bona ke tumi ke neo ba dutse mo go heso it's like
the first two bonds
yeah it's like now from the same guy but because they got used so much to my parents
sele bana
ba go heso like no household to ke banka I tried that
yeah I never know
especially with the son yo I no it was just a waste of time.
But at least you know Osama or maybe because at that time no so ka experiment until you okay if I try to take him back to because if no so ka you're probably gonna be taking to each and every one of your other boyfriends.
Yeah.
Because any boyfriend I feel maybe let's say after your marriage you realize that it failed, then you like I know I got another guy. So trust me, let's say wena self. This guy ushashaile wena. Bala ba bona ushashaye yabona ba shashaye. And when also batla ba hula now drag him along. They're like, where are you taking us now? No, you can't take us to that.
And I don't wanna lie, ne? To be honest, ne? After a marriage, ne? It's like you're a headless chicken. Because now it's like you're starting life over, you don't know. And then whoever will come and be like, this one rata. You know, can't you? I
only return soldier also Vietnam.
Hey, and then now if Velo no to okay, the kids are not fully by my parents. Bona. Because it's okay na polo is like okay, he lost more fielding now. I haven't been in the field for so long. I can say if you win a tape of people.
So would you judge Mutu Oitolang Alemo situation in Olingoyan?
I don't.
Asanyal?
I don't. I don't because I do have a friend of mine, ne? So she was in a relationship for a long time, ne? And then after that has a khauna and tatobana bahai. And then it happens but hey, I can't judge because I know how it is after being limutu for a long time. And then after that you don't know
what are they belonging. So okay, let's say let's not even say o bile le motho like wena which or o bile le motho one or after marriage a re motho a so ka nyala at all yena since o tsang o la ba le maybe motho eleng a dula le nako telele tse ka wena without acknowledgement and marriage or formal steps to settle and then after it thole nje sa ditala still into re blame gore okay it's because of the previous experience ela ya ho hloka belonging because there some people are said to have been they fear being alone than being hurt and all of that and all aye so enough when I said into tsenyane tsele tsa being hurt. So do you understand it? And like you would say because why the hell would you jump it's like young confuser
what's
being hurt for me and all of that I would always put it ahead of okay there's a potential or nka disappointed yeah but ole ntwe tshabang haholo more than anything being alone
yetsa what's ba nna ke dula ke reng ne yetsa ntho tse o le one o ska kenya bana
exactly
because now if una le bana and then now
o ba
drag along it's not okay.
Asimo to thola the podcast tse more tsena se because now you have been maybe with 10 different guys. Don't you think out of the 10 or the 20 guys that you've been with since you've lost this guy for your 15 years, now you're pushing 25 years with different guys and every 24 months you change it. Don't you think you'll one day meet a psychopath? It's like an evaluate relationship.
Wabona that's why ile yetsa ntho tsa how only one
bale basale
somewhere ile re psychopath ya how ha you hlanyetsa only one o tsebe hore o mo delete ebile only one
by 5 uba kenya and they also see now some of them I don't know what ba live blind now
they see
now they see
and no
one Jeff Samba John Samba
manje soba V and then zikalani
yeah nini o so rata ma ko ole wa bi3 ara nna ke asala first born ga na ba ba eng na ka sa tsamaya
abana nna that's why ke shokere o tseba king no matter how hard it is okay if o le go heno stable so tlela bana ba go he ba how more
ko lona more more stable thing
yeah and then o tseba hore wena when you do whatever just do
it freelance
o freelance only one o ska freelance le bana kapa if u khona ba batla le plek ya bona
yeah
and then lo freelance
I think that's the best
on your own because of at the end of the day too important to kore bana ba ha ba secure mo balente
yeah
ke yona too important
wow
because of hona no ha re le gona re batho ke re na le maikutlo yes mara tsantse re nahanele
yeah
yeah.
Well, you know what, Tshidi? For now, I think a guy posai. Are we pushing the shame? Because we've heard so much for a day. Because I want us to engage in this issue, but I more the questions
yeah.
But get over in the next episode. Because of course. Tell ke batla di ka go comments ne ke batla gore the questions tse ke nang tsone contribution ya ka ebe gore le nna ke tla wena re tlo attacker le di comments ya no re botsa re etle kone wa hlanya why o no sa tsamaya or whatever we need to say you know
okay
because now well I wouldn't say that ya or why wa hlanya because I understand you started this when you were 19 at 19 I was naive, very naive, probably more than you because I was so naive. I would have walked maybe and never came back. At that age. So at least when I wa khona hore o hlalefele ka ra yona go tla pe tlo khona I bona hore man look back at your steps, you know. Yeah. I love for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sure.